A spanning tree is a subgraph of another graph so this other graph could have circuits. It should be connected, but it's not likely a tree. I guess it could be, but that's not quite what we're talking about in the class. It's a subgraph of another graph where the spanning tree is a tree. Just by the name, I guess you figure it's a tree. And the spanning tree connects all the vertices of the original graph. Now I want to make a little note about this. In the spanning tree, you can only use edges that were on the original graph. In the spanning tree, you can only use edges that were on the original graph. No fair trying to put in some brand new edges. Let me draw a little problem and we'll do an example of this. So this graph I'm going to draw is not going to be a tree. It means I want to connect the edges, the vertices, but I'll include a circuit here or there. Let's put in 2 circuits. Let's put in like that. So this is U, V, W, X, Y, Z. I want to draw a spanning tree of this graph. There's more than one correct answer. Draw a spanning tree of this graph. So we could do something like, I'll list my vertices sort of in the same spot. Now from equivalent graphs, I shouldn't have to put them in the exact same spot, but I will. Oriented about the same way. So here's my vertices. I can take edge UV for my spanning tree. I can take UW. Now I don't want VW because that would make a circuit. How about if I take WX, XY, and YZ? So this would be a spanning tree of the original graph. There are others. Here's another one. If the test was pencil and paper, a nice question would be, draw 2 spanning trees of the given graph. Let's see, I want a different one, but I still want a spanning tree. I'll take VW this time. How about UW? Looks like I have to take, no, I don't have to take WX, do I? I can take WZ, ZY, and XY. And that's a spanning tree of the original graph. Now, something you're not allowed to do is put in a totally new edge. I've seen this on pencil and paper tests. This will not work. Students thinking, oh, we're just going to put in a new edge. U, V, W, X, Z, Y. I've seen students do something like this. They say, okay, we'll take UV, we'll take UW, I'm going to do WX, I'll do WZ, and I'm just going to put in a brand new edge, WY. Now WY was not on the original graph. That's not allowed. You know what? Sort of like this happened. This graph might model streets in a neighborhood. And this would be like saying, you know what? We need to just plow all the houses down that are in here, get rid of them, and put in a brand new street. What if you lived right there? Or maybe that's a school or a hospital. You cannot just plow through an area where there's no edge. So this is not good.